Heat 12, round number 3. Taking a look at Joan Duru on the backhand, the local French surfer, throwing a couple of mean hooks through this little right-hander at Les Knus. That was very important in the context of qualifying, as we see this replay of Joan Duru on his opening ride.
Now, very compact for him.
Piper girl along with Pete Mel, and right behind Joan, Julian Wilson. Air attempt. And no completion for Wilson.
Well, we've seen the vibe.
Talk about
it's quick little short, punchy waves.
This was a 3-point ride, Pete.
So right after it, he picked up this one. Quick carve and floater combo for a whole 3 points.
But first, before we look at that leaderboard, we're going to see Julian Wilson ease his way through a turn with a little bit of release at the end. Wilson on his way to a good score, and a nice performance by current number 3 on the Jeep leaderboard, Julian Wilson.
See what he does, his performance in round 1, awesome. So this is his second performance in this year's Quiksilver Pro, and fits it in. I mean, that was real major maneuvers in a very small span. You see that compressed bottom turns, that hooking snap right in the pocket.
The extra release, beautiful.
And then the car back in again getting that extra little punch of the fins. Thought he was going to go to the air here, but
didn't need to.
Yeah, didn't need to. Up and over, it's going to be the best wave of the heat.
He had to wait and watch the scenarios play out at the Pipeline Masters, and that was the result. Here we go, loading up off the bottom, floats through that section, throws a little reverse, continues on down the line. Julian Wilson banks it off the top. Last score was a 6.5. Julian's going to add to that with that wave that we've just witnessed.
Yeah, and a ton of speed carried through all of that. A lot of it's his technique and just how he compresses and reads the wave, and his equipment's on point. Again, watch the flow. He just projects down the line. Next section here, whips around, and still barely loses any speed. And he does a bottom turn where his foot's on the nose of his board. Impressive from Julian Wilson. And then right here, you see how he sets it up, almost a little check, just to make sure that the ramp was there. He had a little, like a slough of speed. He almost kind of hesitated as he was going up there because he was there a little early.
Success.
Yeah.
So, hey, a win here would really ramp it up for Julian Wilson. Looking like he's looking for a ramp right here. Moving on down the line. And is he going to find one?
Oh, man.
Negative.
That anticipation, I was like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Oh.
No. And here he goes. Joan Duru has to flow through that section, and that section was not cooperative for Joan. He goes down, and he's just going to get a fractional score for that effort. What do you got, Pete?
So the hypothetical cut line, looking at the championship tour, is around 22,000 points. So, in last year it was 22,000 points. This year, or 2015, it was at 22,400.
Duru stroking into this one. And again, no opportunity for the local surfer. We're going to take a break. We're going to be back. Joan Duru, Julian Wilson in the water. Good year. Again, number 3 on the Jeep leaderboard. This is the local French surfer, Joan Duru, with a powerful backhand. Oh, gets one slap in there, but the wave just crunches down on Joan. Nope, currently he needs a 7.34, and this is not it.
You can see how quick he is in transition on the backhand. He loves going straight up, whipping that board around. He's got big airs on tap as well. He was a little bit further north after getting dropped off, and he saw a little angled left. Here he is. I mean, he's keeping his options open. Float for the first move, and then the straight up vertical tag. But probably won't really improve on his 2 waves that he already has in his score line. 3 solid backhand hits with different angles of approach, with speed.
With speed.
And with speed.
But what about the power and flow part?
Joan Duru.
This is a start, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah, it's a start for sure. This is going into his best wave. 2 beautiful snaps, especially that one there. The third one, section kind of went away. I feel like that, if you're talking about a third solid turn to get the 7.3, you kind of needed that third turn. You did get it, you completed it, but it wasn't a major move in my eyes, but 2 solid moves. Of course, you had mentioned this also, the Felipe. Oh, here we go. Action.
Wilson throws it up in the air, spins it around revert, just one maneuver, but I love the explosion off the lip and the quick feet to revert out of that on the landing.
Yeah, and it wasn't exactly an easy landing, was it? But the projection out and the landing, so technical and so difficult. That's why this number got elevated. It definitely was a challenging.
Let's look at it again, Pete.
And he carries a ton of speed as he does it. Got that extra loft. Click, rotates around, super clean. You know, no bobbles, no handout.
Watching the world's best take it too. Wilson projected out and does a beautiful backside rotation. Well, sound of the horn, the end of the heat. We're going to see if this wave counts. It's not going to matter because it went incomplete for Joan Duru. So that is the conclusion of round number 3, seeing Julian Wilson advance on into round number 4. Local boy Joan Duru eliminated from competition. We're going to take a break, but I told you to stick around because coming up next, the WSL Post Show.